After 21 hours of negotiations, Vice President J.D. Vance says there is no deal. This is the highest level of contact between the two countries in more than a decade. Alex Perche has the story.
This morning, after 21 hours of high-stakes talks to end the war between Iran and the U.S., Vice President J.D. Vance says there's no deal.
The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So we go back to the United States having not come to an agreement.
The vice president not answering where negotiations deteriorated, but he did say the U.S. needs Iran to confirm they will not develop a nuclear weapon.
The simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon. That is the core goal of the President of the United States.
Overnight, a spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry telling local media that the U.S. and Iran had reached an understanding on a number of issues, but there were differences in 2 or 3 important issues, adding that no one expected an agreement to be reached within one meeting. The White House is demanding Iran turn over its stockpile of enriched uranium and end its ballistic missile program, its support for terror groups, and its threats to stop free passage of ships in the critical Strait of Hormuz, where 1/5 of the global oil supply flows. It's unclear how a lack of an agreement will impact that critical shipping channel. This weekend, the U.S. Navy announcing 2 U.S. destroyers passed through the strait for the first time since the war started, and new data shows a total of 11 vessels crossed the strait Saturday, including 3 oil tankers. For its part, Iran is pushing for the release of billions in frozen assets, an end to Israeli attacks against Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon, and security guarantees against future attacks. The vice president, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and the president's son-in-law Jared Kushner led the U.S. delegation in this trilateral with Iran and Pakistan in Islamabad. U.S. and Iranian leaders engaged in marathon negotiations at a highly secured luxury hotel, the highest level face-to-face meetings between the two nations in 47 years. President Trump appearing nonchalant about a deal late Saturday.
Whether we make a deal or not makes no difference to me.